Man, one of these days I will play Corbelli. Welcome to another YouTube match report. And yeah, not playing Corbelli this time.
D, you a batted, daddy, lamented, tebit, shy.
All right, so here are the matchups. Sean is coming in with Corbelli, Wrecker, Flint, Mallet, Tower, and O Chisel. Meanwhile, I've got Rivet, Mainspring, Colossus, Salvo, Ratchet, and Spade. I promise I will play you, Corbelli. Just stop being mad at me. I gotta love this Rivet, though. She is so great, and truth be told, I love both of these lineups, so this is going to be a fantastic game. You can see Sean, he won the coin toss here and has elected to kick with Flint. So for the Masons, their keys to victory, they're playing that 2-2 game. One, they got to win that turn one momentum. That's something Masons are good at, but this is critical here. Two, using Flint as that snapshot turret, especially with Corbelli holding the ball as long as possible. And three, making use of that late O-Chisel activation to finish up the takeouts and then land the high armor either at end of turn or top of the following turn. For the Engineers, also playing a 2-2 game, time of possession is very important to us. The less Corbelli has the ball, the less powerful that team is. Two, we want to use our momentum efficiently to stay on top of that momentum race. It's going to be very key here. And three, we've got deeper kick on this team than the Masons do. And there's something to be said there about that. Keep the ball out and away, even though his dodges will force him to spread out a little bit. So there goes the kick. You can see, let's go ahead and speed up the video and let's get to it. So it's a nice kick directly to Mainspring. So I'm going to go ahead and get into my turn one set. This is my first game actually receiving with Rivet. So it's going to be interesting. Usually I kick with her, and so far it's been fantastic. Had a very good run with Rivet thus far since I got her. There's Sean setting up there. Got a little bit of a stack on Corbelli, but otherwise a fairly balanced attack. So I'm going to go ahead and snap up the ball with Mainspring and kick it over to, I believe I kick it over to Salvo. Just pocket a little momentum and pass turn. Meanwhile, Sean is going to go ahead and go with Wrecker and do that, go down the line and start pushing people. Now he's supposed to take a little bit of a dip every time he knocks someone forward, but that's okay. It nets about the same distance there. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and jog up the board with Rivet there. I'm going to go ahead and tow Colossus. And I believe I take Spade with me. She's going to go ahead and give 2-inch melee to Salvo, I believe. And gotta go elbow grease on Colossus is such a good thing. And Rivet just being so like influence efficient on that first turn, gets a little bit of a lure there, essentially. Basically, she does what Midas does, except good. There goes another activation from Sean. It looks like he kind of pushes up the board a little bit, and looks like this is going to be Tower, who tools up Corbelli, moves up the board there. And I forgot to mention, I'm not sure, I forget how Mallet gets halfway up the board there. I'm not really sure how that happened. I guess he just sprinted. Okay, so now it looks like I am getting ready to go with Salvo. I pass the ball over to Colossus and dodge forward. Then it looks like I am going to try to shoot somebody. Well, maybe not. Trying to get arrow to the knee on Flint, I believe. Because I want to be able to do bad things to him. I believe I missed the arrow to the knee. But since I got 2-inch melee, I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of... I'll do a dodge there and then spend the momentum to arrow to the knee. Looks like I did nothing because I think he defensive stanced and I landed 0 things on that charge. So fantastic showing by Salvo on the first turn. Really does nothing. Gets a push dodge on a throwaway attack there. So disappointing, Salvo. He's very inconsistent for me. He usually has really bad turns and then some good turns, but the good turns usually make up for it. Okay, so here goes O Chisel into Salvo. Sean continuing the stupidly hot dice. And he's going to do some damage to Salvo there. I think gave herself the +1 damage too, so she ends up doing like 4 damage to Salvo. Then with such a great target in the middle of the field, why not just throw a tooled up, overclocked, elbow greased Colossus, or my Super Saiyan Colossus, basically, right at O Chisel. Gonna get a knockdown push there, and then start ripping the damage open. So getting some good, getting crowd outs, getting damage. Looks like I land an unexpected arrival on her because she's 2-1. I mean, Chisel is so squish. If you don't protect her and you give me a shot at her, I'm gonna make very, very quick work of her, and that looks like that is what Colossus is aiming to do. So Colossus just goes ahead and takes her out, because why not? I mean, keep that side of the field clear. Let's see if Sean can threaten with Flint or with Corbelli. So Corbelli's going to go. He's going to do a dummy pass to Flint there. And then Corbelli, being tooled up, going to go into Salvo, because why not? It's actually not a bad plan. I'm pretty sure that wasn't his first plan. I mean, he was hoping to get a little bit more action out of Chisel there, but I think the activation order was not right. I think you have O Chisel come in late and then win the momentum race, and then try to get an early first turn or second turn takeout there. Does manage to get a little bit of damage on Salvo though. Meanwhile, Spade is just going to go ahead and go. She'll place and then sprint. So you can see she's sprinting around Colossus there. I think she takes an attack on Flint, push dodges Flint. Not quite at the goal, so she'll buy another place and then go ahead and kick a goal. So this is tough. This is a tough spot for Sean already. So with that bad O Chisel activation that should have been a little more productive, it managed to let me clear the board and score a goal. However, this is Corbelli, so Sean is going to get the ball back, and he may be looking at a snapback at this point, and he gets a fantastic scatter. And yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. So a little bit of a consolation prize here, but once Corbelli's on the board, it's kind of scary. Now, I don't know how I feel about this because, well, it's kind of a bad situation because I'm up on momentum. I'm up 6 points. He's got to get on the board now. So he goes ahead and scores. It's not like he was going to win momentum anyways. And with anybody on that side of the board with possession, I'm pretty sure to take it back. So I go ahead and throw the ball in and turn. And luckily, it does not end up on Mallet there. Mallet, I feel, is pretty horribly out of position right now. But things are looking pretty swimmingly good for me. And I'm trying to figure out, okay, who can get to that ball? Can Mainspring get to that ball? Can Ratchet get to that ball? I do have Spade there in position as a snapshot turret. But I don't know what's important to me right now because things are looking pretty good. I don't have a second setup takeout. Flint is way too far on that side of the board, but Flint's going to be so deadly with Corbelli having the ball. So I got to figure out, do I have it in the tank to kill Corbelli? Probably not without a couple of activations in, and by that time Sean will be in the goal at that point. So I actually have to pivot back to a 3-0 game plan here, because if I don't score right now and keep that pressure going, Sean will absolutely score that ball. So I'm going to go ahead and place with Spade. I'm going to do an attack on Mallet, and I'm just going to push dodge Mallet out, Actually, I think I just get a push on him. And then I'm going to go ahead and sprint. And in the act of sprinting, I will then snap the ball. Oh, it looks like I charged Wrecker, actually. And that advance will actually, put me within 1 inch of the ball. Snap the ball. I think I get a push dodge off of Wrecker and then score the goal. So 10-4 Engineers. So that was like do or die there. I mean, if I do not score that ball, or if I do not get something resembling a takeout or very close to a takeout on that activation, I could have very well lost the game. This leaves Sean in a basically he just has to return goal because trying to kill the ball at this point is kind of bad. I don't know. Maybe you give it to Wrecker, but Wrecker had nothing on him, or you give it to Mallet and hope to be able to play around with a little bit, try to get 2 goals. But anyways, Corbelli's going to go ahead, just snap up that ball, do a little bit more damage to Salvo there. He was trying to line up a takeout on Salvo. Doesn't quite get it. Starts dragging Salvo up the board. And then he is going to... It looks like he's gonna sprint, get the ball, and then score the goal. It's unfortunate that Flint was placed a little too deep, because he could have had option for 2 goals, but it's probably too late at this point in the game anyway. So he goes ahead and returns the goal, putting the score 8-10. And then for me, it's just a pretty simple snapback. I mean, it's so early in the turn. That's about it. Super fun matchup, though. Love both of these teams. Would run both of these teams. I don't know. I might go with V Chisel instead of O Chisel, though, on that team. So, yeah, that's us learning these 2 captains. Want to thank everyone for watching. And, yeah, we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Thanks again, and go Rivet. Thanks.